My name is Eva Chauveau. I am a recent graduate from the University of Georgia. I graduated in May with a degree in anthropology, and I minored in landscape architecture with a certificate in historic preservation. When I was in France, my grandparents would always take us to go visit castles. And so growing up, I was like, well, I'm going to work in a castle. I love castles. I love anything kind of historic. Why not get into anthropology? That's pretty historic. And then I realized, okay, how do I take that one step further? Where is the human aspect of it, and how do I get more involved in that? And, I loved architecture. So where's that aspect of it? And so I started to, lean more into landscape architecture, historic preservation, urban planning. And that's kind of how I came to be where I am today. I primarily focus on ADUs, so accessory dwelling units. ADUs are a quite accessible form of housing for many individuals, also known as affordable housing. I was looking into ADUs and how they were kind of being used as a means to combat this housing crisis that was running rampant, that is running rampant still in the US, and how it is affecting historic neighborhoods. It was fun to look at kind of how history is seen today and how we kind of treat it, especially in the form of housing. I have been able to go many places through this internship. I went to the National Trust for Historic Preservation. I went to that conference in New Orleans as a diversity scholar, and that was honestly, the ACHP internship was a stepping stone into that. With that, it really led me to want to continue into this field, more so from a planning aspect rather than maybe a preservation one, because I am a long range planner now. So I'm a long range planner with the DeKalb County government. I think it was a great transition to go from a federal historic preservation program to a more local county level government. And it's fun to kind of get a little bit more hands-on and involved in the planning process and kind of focus on what specific buildings are we protecting and how can we actually protect them, and what specific housing are we putting in this historic community. And so it's interesting to get into the details of it, and that's kind of what I've been able to do through this job. ACHP has a large part to do with that. For overall experience, though, it is truly so important to kind of already have a foundation. And obviously your classes and your courses are super important, but anything you can do outside of that, whether it's volunteering, whether it's attending conferences, whether it's taking those internships, gaining experience and gaining knowledge outside of your classes is fundamental, and it's crucial. I'm trying, the hardest that I can to ensure that we still have evidence of our past, and that we're not, and that we're building smartly. We're building, for people and not just for, profit. Because I think that's the most important thing, is we have to maintain this human aspect to it. And a big part of that human aspect is history. So keep going, keep doing it. Will be hard, but it will pay off in the end.